because we have to vet the stages, we have to train them and educate them about the traffic rules, such that they avoid frequent accidents.
Ajlatif Sebagala thanked the minister for her service. The minister offered a cow for slaughtering and distributed Kawempa neighborhood Sudat Kaye. UBC News.
Now, the Muslim fraternity at various mosques we visited in Makiso district were already preparing the Eid Adhuha prayers by 6 a.m. At Masjid Maganjo Muslim community in Makiso district, the Muslims led by their Imam had already started preparing for Eid prayers, and Chimwanyi Masjid in Gayaza prayers began by 8 a.m.
The Muslim fraternity in the country joined the rest of the world this Saturday to celebrate Eid Adhuha of slaughtering the accepted animals in their faith, and by 6 a.m. various mosques had already started preparing for prayers. At Masjid Maganjo Muslim community by 6 a.m. those around by that time were arranging prayer mats. At Chimwanyi Masjid in Gayaza, Sheikh Umar Sekalembe led the Eid prayers and encouraged the Muslim community to be exemplary like Prophet Ibrahim.
Muberenga muyisa bulungi, muberenga musanyuka bulungi, muleme kubeeranga musuka ensalo z'obusiraamu. Kakasa bulungi nti ensalo z'obusiraamu tuzimanyi, enjaguza ebeera ensiraamu. Tuberenga tweyisa bulungi, tulambule ku banganda zaffe, abantu bakyazeeko tuberenga tubaliisa nga tukopa ekyokulabirako ekya nnabbi waffe Ibrahimu, nabbi wa Katonda eyasaddaaka entakira.
During prayers at Chimwanyi, the State Minister for Education, Dr. John Chrysostom Muyengo, congratulated the Muslim fraternity for the Eid and urged them to continue yearning for togetherness for the betterment of their faith. This was contained in a speech read for him by Abdul Karim Waswa, who also encouraged farmers to prepare their gardens for the next rainy season.
Allah tukubiriza okukola ennyo kubanga obwavu kitundu ku kafiiri, tukole nnyo tuteeke projects ezituyamba tusobole okuweerera abaana baffe n'okukola ebintu bingi ebituyamba mu nkulaakulana y'ebitundu byaffe n'emisikiti gyaffe. Mbasaba ekiseera kino kiringa eky'omusana, naye omusana ate nagwo gubaako okuteekateeka amalimiro. Tumukozese mu kiseera kino ate tuteeketeeka amalimiro tusobole okwongera okwetegekera season ejja.
Later, the Muslims in Wakiso district slaughtered animals, a ritual left behind by Prophet Ibrahim, who accepted to slaughter his only son as request by his God. Sudat Kaye, Fred Kasivante, UBC News.
Now, the director Dawa Sheikh Habib Abdallah has emphasized peaceful coexistence among us Muslims. Sheikh Habib was leading Eid al-Duha prayers at Nachivo Blue Primary School, Kampala. Take a look.
Hundreds of Muslims have this Saturday congregated at various mosques and places of worship for Eid al-Duha prayers. At Nachivo Blue Primary School, Kampala, Muslims praised Allah for keeping them safe and able to celebrate Eid al-Duha while fulfilling the honor of Islam this Eid al-Duha. Muslims have been tasked to be peaceful and united in such times when they are about to elect new membership.
Bagamba kutandika kulonda buli musiraamu genda olonde omubaka wo mu muzikiti gw'olaba nga ajja kuyamba. Tetugenda kuba tuli bakubi balungi naye kuno tugenda kuba kuno tugenda step by.
The director Dawa Sheikh Habib Abdallah says this shall answer all questions surrounding Islam leadership in Uganda.
Tujumbire nnyo obumu muwulira agali awamu teekayo ssente zo tuzimbe Umma House.
The resident district commissioner Kayunga Haj and Sarako Mutumba encouraged Muslims to embrace the parish development model for improvement of their livelihoods.
Kubanga tuli ku parish development model ng'egenderera okujja abantu mu bwavu okutandikira mu maka gaabwe. Nsanyuse nnyo okuba nti ekintu ekyo kyakolebwa dda tulina kwongeramu bwongezi maanyi. Toyinza kusaba bwa kopolo mu magye nga togayingidde. Promotion ogifuna okoze eki omaze kuyingira mu magye. N'olwekyo buli kintu kyonna mbasaba nga bwe musobola mubenga programu za gavumenti zonna eziriwo muziyingiramu kubanga zikola bulungi eneteredde naye twagala twongeremu.
Shaidat Nasakum, UBC News.
More about Muslims today is that their leaders in Arawa City have challenged believers to unite and be exemplary. This was during celebrations of Eid al-Duha at Arawa Primary School grounds in Arawa City. Take a look.
Muslim leaders of Arua have used Eid al-Duha to preach the spirit of unity among the believers. This is also in a bid to create a sense of oneness ahead of the next elections for Uganda Muslim Supreme Council, as term of office for the current leaders is soon expiring. Arua Muslim District Qadi Sheikh Shaban Abu Jafar said forming one strong institution will help Muslim communities in West Nile strengthen their faith through unity.
So unity is paramount in all events that we are striving for. We are calling for all Muslims to unite, more so in the next coming events for the Uganda Muslim Supreme Council elections. We unite and form one strong institution, one strong individuals that can at least push our region ahead. We have been left behind for some good years. That this year we are calling that it should be the beginning of the end.
Eid al-Duha was also a day where new converts were also received into Islam faith.
People have been converting to Islam, particularly this year. Since the beginning of this year, we have welcomed very many new converts. We pray Almighty bring more. And we encourage also the Muslim community to take charge. When these people convert to Islam like this, it's a general responsibility for all Muslims, so that we encourage them not only to give them kofiyas and councils, but also what they can do in religion.
Deputy Resident City Commissioner in charge of Central Division, Tribe Achilea, cautioned people against criminality during the celebration, adding that security is ready to arrest those who will indulge in criminality.
But however, you see elements of criminals normally creep in when such issues are coming in, but as a security we are prepared. As in the sermon, they talked of very many criminal gang groups. These are groups who have already so far handled. I want to assure the nation and the region at large that as Arua City, any criminality, we are dealing with it decisively.
The Secretary to West Nile Regional Qadi, Habib Aluma, encouraged Muslim communities in Arua and West Nile to embrace the ongoing government programs, especially the parish development model, as one of the ways to alleviate poverty in homes.
We are talking about the parish development model now. We have just been seeing the Imyoga and so many other income generating projects for our people. I appeal to Muslims to join the rest in impressing and participating in these programs until our vision 2040 of reaching the middle income status is achieved.
Muslims all over the world slaughtered animals to remember the bravery act of sacrificing Abraham's only son, Ishmael, before Allah gave him a lamb. Now, Nile Humanitarian Development Agency, with support from the Turkish community, has slaughtered 700 animals to be distributed to Muslims and the vulnerable across the country.
Allahu Akbar.
Entebbe Muslims have this Saturday thrown into mosques in big numbers to praise Allah in the protection He has given them through these tough times characterized by high price of commodities.
Allahu Akbar.
At Saidina Abubakar Mosque in Kawamfu, Kitoro, Eid al-Duha prayers were led by Sheikh Rashid Kayongo Muyingo, the head of Muslims in Entebbe municipality.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
In his sermon, Sheikh Muyingo encouraged government to always involve religious leaders in the development programs like parish development model.
For them, they can properly deliver the message to the community, but the government has not done that. And if the government fails to do so, the program might fail.
He also encouraged Muslim brothers and sisters to always discuss issues in their families, just like grandfather Ibrahim did, and urged them to slaughter and distribute meat to people in need.
And we have encouraged the Muslims to slaughter and distribute the meat as our Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam told.
At Kitobolo Munono Main Mosque, Muslims attended in large numbers to perform and practice Eid Adha prayers led by Sheikh Muhammad Mansour. Mansour emphasized unity and togetherness in the Muslim community as a way of transforming from one step to another.
Unity is very, very important in whatever place you are living in and in whatever things that you are doing. You cannot go far, you cannot be successful in life unless you accept what you are, who you are, and we respect each other and we move in unison. So as much as we become united, we shall overcome all the hurdles and the challenges that are ahead of us.
The chairperson Entebbe, Idrissa Matovu Fugo, asked Muslims to give a hand and support them to finish the newly magnificent mosque.
Era njagala kwongera okukubiriza abasiraamu n'emikwano gyaffe abatali basiraamu okwongera okuwaayo ku nteekateeka y'okumaliriza amasigidi eyo.
The chairperson Division A Nachemba Scholastic Baguma also attended the Eid prayers and urged the youth to participate in the parish development model as a way of transforming their livelihood.
This is a government program, and we are always encouraging the youth, especially and the women, to join this parish development model so that they can be financed by the government, and instead of just looking for jobs.
Eid Adha is meant for slaughtering animals and giving back to the people in need.
Muslims in Entebbe this Saturday attended Eid al-Adha prayers in big numbers. During prayers at various mosques, religious leaders asked government to always involve them in the development programs like the Parish Development Model Program. We have more details on this story.
As Muslim faithful commemorate this year's Eid al-Adha, it has been a beehive of activities as volunteers with Nile Development Relief Agency slaughtered 2,000 animals to be distributed and given to the needy and vulnerable Ugandans as a gesture to remember the bravery act of Prophet Ibrahim.
Why do we do all this? One, we are looking at Prophet Ibrahim, the determination he had. Somebody who was willing to sacrifice his son. How about just a mere goat? In a period of a full year, and also find out how people should behave. They should learn to be genuine.
Principal Bilal Haj Musa Karunda, who was found at Wakiso Abattoir, says this day is very significant to the unity of all the faithful.
As a Muslim, all the Kampala, Chibuli, Nakasero, we are all one ummah, we are one group. Therefore, no need for us to behave differently.
The executive director of the Nile Humanitarian Development Agency, Haj Issa Chiradira, says the Turkish community in Uganda, in partnership with other nationals, contributes immensely towards the sacrifice of the 2,000 heads of cattle as a way of uniting Allah's people.
Akbar, Allahu Akbar, walillahi walhamd. Like our religious leaders have shared with you, it is a very, very important day where we are seeing Nabi Ibrahim giving in to the command of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We are glad to join the world in sacrificing animals as a command from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
Haj Issa Chiradira applauded the government of Uganda for the political environment which is favoring all the non-state actors like the Nile Humanitarian Development Agency to contribute to the development of the population.
The government of Uganda, headed by His Excellency the President of Uganda, of course, I also wish him a happy Eid for having created a very good environment where NGOs can be available and participate in also contributing to the growth of this country.
Meanwhile, the leaders of the Wakiso City Slaughterhouse are overwhelmed by the huge turn-up of Muslims who are preparing their offertory to God, adding that it is a sign of obedience and unity.
Okutwaliza awamu Eid tetuyisiza bubi. Abasiraamu bazze mu bungi ne basala ebisolo mu kifo kino. Abawanu umma, abannayiro, era tubeebaza bonna bonna. Buli ayina ettafaali ly'atadde ku Eid eno okusala ebisolo okugabira abasiraamu. Allah amuddizeewo.
Sudat Kaye, Douglas Setumba, UBC News.
UBC News tonight will take a short commercial break and we'll be back with more stories. Don't move.
Vimba ni MTN Kabode Super as you pay mpola for this smartphone. Make calls, update your WhatsApp status, watch YouTube, and Google anything under the sun with 2 GB worth of data every month for 7 months. Simply make a small deposit of 99k and pay the balance mpola. You can pay in daily, weekly, or even monthly installments while you enjoy your new phone. So what are you doing today? Visit any MTN shop near you and get the MTN Kabode Super easy.
A World Cup in the desert? The first one in the Middle East. The first to be held at the end of the year? That's crazy. Get ready for spectacular moves, high-flying saves, unbelievable goals. Out of this world celebrations.
Would you believe it? What a moment here!
All 64 matches live. That's over 5,000 action-packed minutes of the FIFA 2022 World Cup Qatar. Now that's crazy. Catch all the action only on SuperSport, your world of champions. On Go TV. Love it.
Enjoy more GBs for the same price on Airtel. Shareable using 2 Gabonais. We have increased GBs across all your favorite packs. Now, 4 GB is at 10,000 shillings and 10.5 GB at 22,500 shillings, all valid for a week. For the heavy data users, enjoy 24 GB at 50,000 shillings and 50 GB at 100,000 shillings, all valid for a month. Dial *175# or use the My Airtel app to buy these and more affordable weekly and monthly data bundles on Airtel, the smartphone network.
Are you a young entrepreneur aged 18 to 35 with a startup that is looking for technical, business support, access to international markets, and direct financial support? Hive Collab in partnership with Cosme, ITC, and Moit and Anita Uganda is implementing the Youth Startup Academy in Uganda, YSAU, that will drive growth and scale globalization of Uganda's emerging youth startups. The YSAU is starting up manufacturing and makerspace facilities, mobile app testing and computer labs, and co-working spaces that will provide early-stage startups with access to all equipment they need to build their minimum viable product, access to local and international expert coaches, and more. Applications close on 15th of July. To learn more and apply, visit ysa.hivecollab.org or call 0774 555 999.
The Oil and Gas Moment, brought to you by Petroleum Authority of Uganda, creating lasting value in Uganda's oil journey. In order to be contracted to supply goods and services for oil activities in Uganda, you must register on the National Suppliers Database. Between 2017 and 2021, close to 400 Ugandan entities were awarded various contracts to supply goods and services to the sector.
Tech Lab Limited is a geosciences company that has been offering geotechnical and geophysical investigation services to the East African market since its inception in 2002. Our experience working with Ama Energy has been a pleasurable one. The seismic surveys have always been on our radar, and when this opportunity came up, we put together a winning bid and became the first Ugandan company to provide seismic services under an oil and gas contract in Uganda.
Registration on the National Suppliers Database is free. Visit www.pau.go.ug, creating lasting value in Uganda's oil journey.
Children are a special gift, one we must protect and nurture with care. Ensuring your child has a birth certificate opens doors for them that would otherwise be hard to access, such as immunization, school admission, or simply proving their age and belonging. Let us do our duty as parents and guardians by registering our children and getting them birth certificates. For more information, visit the NERA office closest to you or call the toll-free number 0800-211-700. This message is brought to you by NERA.
The Uganda Bureau of Statistics, in collaboration with the Ministry of ICT and National Guidance, the Ministry of Local Government and PDM Coordination Secretariat, is undertaking the Parish Development Model PDM baseline data collection required to inform the implementation of the PDM. The PDM goal is to transform households still in subsistence to the money economy. The data will be collected from the households in the country by parish chiefs, supported by other qualified staff appointed by the respective local government. All the information collected will be treated with utmost confidentiality. This is to appeal to the general public to cooperate with the data collectors by providing correct information. For more information, please contact the Office of the Public and Media Relations on 0755 342 128 or 0414 706 000 or 0783 026 780. This message is brought to you by Dr. Chris Mukiza, the Executive Director, Uganda Bureau of Statistics.
Meet Professor Petero. He knows something every hustler in UG is gonna love.
Oh, see. You say I was just trying to get the documents to register for Airtel Money.
You don't need the documents. You just say for register.
What's going on here?
He sells things from the shop, and behind my back, he gets the money and gives it to his girlfriends.
But just get Airtel Money Pay so that all money comes direct to your business wallet, and only you, the owner, have access to it.
Just dial *185 *10 hash, and now you are on. No waiting. Huh? This insanity is sweet. Give them also.
I only take Airtel Money Pay. It's easy and secure.
Yes, become a safer and more efficient cash-free business today. Easy.
No mixing your business money with your Kameza money. Now, that's efficient.
Airtel Money. Instant, secure, borderless.
Yellow fever is a serious disease that is caused by the yellow fever virus from monkeys. The virus is transmitted to humans by a bite of an infected Aedes mosquito. The yellow in the name refers to the yellowing of the body, mainly the eyes, mouth, and the palms. Other signs and symptoms like rapid onset of fever, headache, general body weakness, loss of appetite, vomiting, usually appear in the first 3 to 6 days of being bitten by an infected mosquito. Remove potential mosquito breeding sites, such as stagnant water and bushes around your home, and sleep under an insecticide-treated net every night to avoid being bitten by mosquitoes. Parents, take all children aged 9 months to the nearest health facility for vaccination. During the same visit, the child will also receive measles and rubella vaccine. Adults can as well get lifelong vaccination against yellow fever. Notify the health worker about any suspected yellow fever case at the nearest health facility. Please note, yellow fever is not transmitted from person to person by contact. For more information, call the Ministry of Health toll-free line.
This message is from the Ministry of Health with support from World Health Organization and UNICEF.
Oh, Susan, I want to propose to Rose. Yes, and this time I am serious.
Have you guys had sex?
Duh, of course.
And have you had sex without using condoms?
Hey, nga you're curious.
I'm more concerned. Are you having sex with other people?
Hey, hello, is this an interview or what?
No, just things you should think about. Do you know Rose's HIV status?
Okay, this is serious. Should I be worried?
It is actually serious. Do you know your HIV status?
I think I am safe. Many times we get into situations that put us at risk of HIV. However, the first step to ending HIV is getting tested and knowing your results.
It's Time Up HIV. Call 0800-211-046 or text 8080 toll-free for more information about how to prevent HIV.
This message is brought to you by Ministry of Health with support from USAID.
You're still watching UBC News Tonight with me, Sharon Kyomugisha, and Mugadu Mohammed on Sign Language. In our business stories, leaders in Bushenyi have credited central government and the Ministry of Education for fulfilling the skilling projects of Ugandans. This was by the Bushenyi District LC5 chairperson Haji Safari Basajabalaba, who closed a 2-week workshop of trainers at Uganda Technical College Bushenyi.
Uganda Technical College Bushenyi's struggle for equipment for practical lessons is now a thing of the past following government's intervention.
I want to thank the central government for choosing Bushenyi Technical College, where I'm a member of the governing council, and at the same time chairman LC5, for choosing it to be part of it, to make sure that it does what it's supposed to do, to train people hands-on instead of impacting them with skills that are theory.
The institution and region have also benefited from a 2-week workshop of trainers that have attracted 8 government institutions.
The purpose of this training is to roll out, to implement curriculum, CBET curriculum, competence-based education and training curriculum, so that we can go back in their respective institutions and train.
The workshop aimed at equipping trainers with requisite skills to enable them acquaint to the new hands-on curriculum.
We are basically here to showcase what the government of the Republic of Uganda has done in terms of improving infrastructure in the technical sector.
The project is an initiative of government. Brian Tumwinebyaruhanga, UBC News.
Enjoy more GBs for the same price on Airtel. Shareable using 2 Gabonais. We have increased GBs across all your favorite packs. Now, 4 GB is at 10,000 shillings and 10.5 GB at 22,500 shillings, all valid for a week. For the heavy data users, enjoy 24 GB at 50,000 shillings and 50 GB at 100,000 shillings, all valid for a month. Dial *175# or use the My Airtel app to buy these and more affordable weekly and monthly data bundles on Airtel, the smartphone network.
A World Cup in the desert? The first one in the Middle East. The first to be held at the end of the year? That's crazy. Get ready for spectacular moves, high-flying saves, unbelievable goals. Out of this world celebration.
Would you believe it? What a moment here!
All 64 matches live. That's over 5,000 action-packed minutes of the FIFA 2022 World Cup Qatar. Now that's crazy. Catch all the action only on SuperSport, your world of champions. On Gold TV, love it.
Are you a young entrepreneur aged 18 to 35 with a startup that is looking for technical, business support, access to international markets, and direct financial support? Hive Collab in partnership with Cosme, ITC, and Moit and Anita Uganda is implementing the Youth Startup Academy in Uganda, YSAU, that will drive growth and scale globalization of Uganda's emerging youth startups. The YSAU is starting up manufacturing and makerspace facilities, mobile app testing and computer labs, and co-working spaces that will provide early-stage startups with access to all equipment they need to build their minimum viable product, access to local and international expert coaches, and more. Applications close on 15th of July. To learn more and apply, visit ysa.hivecollab.org or call 0774 555 999.
Still watching UBC News Tonight. Lastly, now sports stories. Ndeje University's dream of realizing a state-of-the-art sports facility is underway. This after a groundbreaking ceremony at the university's Luwero campus happened.
Ndeje University has cause to smile after a groundbreaking ceremony to start construction of a state-of-the-art sports facility. This 30 billion shillings project that is funded in large parts by government will be delivered by Compliant Engineering and Trade Uganda Limited.
We are also considering our colleagues, the disabled. You know, they are para-Olympic games, so for the first time at least we are also thinking about them in these games. So there will be a few selected games, just as you heard from Madam who reported on behalf of the organizing committee, and we are ensuring that they feel comfortable and at home in all the other user places they will need.
This facility was meant to be complete by the time Ndeje University hosts the East African University Games this December, but nonetheless, it's joy unconfined that it's finally getting started. Ndeje University is blessed to have a history in sports and infrastructure, with some of the old facilities to have a facelift. Brian Tumwinebia Ruhanga, UBC News.
Uganda's Commonwealth Games-bound athletes have received a timely boost from Sanlam Insurance. Sanlam Insurance arrives as the team's official travel partner that will cater for 96 participants, including 78 athletes and 18 officials. Now the package will cater for, among other, COVID-19 illness, theft or loss of property, accidental injury during travel and other travels-related incidents. Uganda's Commonwealth Games delegation Mission Moses Mwase witnessed on behalf of the recipients at the handover graced by Sanlam CEO Gary Vincent Corbett at the company offices in Bugolobi. Uganda's Commonwealth contingent includes participants from 11 federations, including boxing, athletics, wrestling and weightlifting. The games begin on the 28th of July and end on the 8th of August in Birmingham. In more stories, Uganda Baseball and Softball Association's woes of lack of equipment have been by an offer from America and have ended after an offer was made from an American, Dr. Mark Reed. Dr. Mark Reed was in the country last year and watched Uganda play Kenya in a 5-day series that evidently exposed Uganda's ruthlessness on the field but dire need of equipment like jerseys. Now fast forward, the Texas-born American has delivered equipment worth about 30 million Ugandan shillings, and Dr. Reed advised Ugandan baseball and softball players to practice hard in order to transfer that to games that will earn them participation at major engagements like the Olympics. Uganda Baseball and Softball Association President Felix Okuye appreciated the gesture from Dr. Reed, which he said is a timely boost as Uganda prepares to engage in several games. Okuye, who has just been elected on several African and global baseball and softball bodies, tasked the players to ensure results follow this world-class kit that is enviable by many other countries. He also promised to interest Dr. Reed to the entire sports fraternity by introduction to the sports regulator, National Council of Sports and Uganda Olympic Committee. Well, that brings us to the end of UBC News tonight at exactly 8. That started at 8 p.m. and it's ending at exactly 9 p.m. My name is Sharon Kyomugisha with Magano Mohammed on Sign Language. Do join us again at 10 p.m. for more news coming your way. Good night.
Ni MTN Kabode Super as you pay mpola for this smartphone. Make calls, update your WhatsApp status, watch YouTube, and Google anything under the sun with 2 GB worth of data every month for 7 months. Simply make a small deposit of 99k and pay the balance mpola. You can pay in daily, weekly, or even monthly installments while you enjoy your new phone. So what are you doing today? Visit any MTN shop near you and get